Yo, 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 yo. Yo, 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 yo. What's going on, y'all? We live, baby. There ain't no doubt. No rat cat. For sure. What's going on, y'all? This is Marcus Rosa, aka Mazuma TV. Back at y'all with another live, man. You know what I'm saying, man? Consistency is key. And I'm staying consistent for the nation. I'm staying consistent for the mob, man. What's going on, y'all? Check out MazumaMerch.com, man. Check out MazumaMerch.com. I still have the Mazuma Nation um, design still up on the website, man. You know what I mean? That is the logo right there. Mazuma Nation established 2023, of course. You know what I'm saying, man? It's available in all different colorways, t-shirts, long sleeve tees, crew necks, stickers, hoodies, man. You already know, bro. So go check that out, man. And let me know what y'all like, man. I already got a few purchases already. And I've gotten some good feedback from the people who have purchased it already. So shout out to the nation, shout out to the mob, bro. What's all this love you bro shit? Come on, man. Cut it out. You sound like a stan. We don't know each other like that yet, man. Come on, come on. Cut it out, goat. You know what I mean? Let's keep this shit cool. Let's keep this shit gangster. Yo, Shay, what up? What up? Slime. What's going on? What's going on? I hope everybody's doing well. You know what I mean? I hope everybody's doing well with they during their day, man. I had a great day, you know what I'm saying? Great day at work, great day at the gym. Everybody looking sharp, ready to go. You know what I mean? For January 19th at Pivot Boxing Academy, man. If y'all around the Philadelphia area, man, y'all need to come check out these fights in Philadelphia, man. If y'all around, if y'all in Jersey, you know what I mean? If y'all in Delaware, you know what I'm saying? If y'all in South Jersey, y'all in Delaware, y'all in Upper Darby, y'all in Delaware County, Montgomery County. Slide past Pivot Boxing Academy, man. 2807 North 6th Street. You know what I'm saying? Philadelphia, PA 19133, man. Go check out Pivot Boxing Academy, man. Tickets are still available. They sell out every time. You know what I'm saying? They sell out every time. So come check us out, man. You know what I mean? Come check us out for sure, for sure. Let me see. Somebody said Shay has said, have you had wrist surgery before? I have not. I've had a wrist injury, but fortunately it did not need surgery. You know what I'm saying? It did not need surgery. I've never gotten surgery, thank God. And hopefully that's not something that comes up in my future. You know what I mean? What's the reasoning behind that question? You know what I'm saying? Edward Morris says, I got Ortiz winning the fight. Which Ortiz are you referring to? You know what I'm saying? Who you referring to? Vergil or Jamaine Ortiz? I'm assuming you're talking about Jamaine because I mentioned Teofimo in the title as well. You know what I'm saying? Let me see. So yeah, to answer your question, Goat, Vergil Ortiz is fighting Frederick Lawson at 154 pounds out in Las Vegas, man. You know what I mean? So that's what's going on with him. You know what I'm saying? He hasn't fought since August of 2022. You know what I'm saying? So that's just what it is, man. I'm not too familiar with who dude is, honestly. Like Frederick Lawson, I mean, from what I see right here, and this is pretty much a this is supposed to be like a gimme fight for Vergil Ortiz, honestly, because the dude is 30-3, which he's from Ghana. You know what I mean? Ghana. A lot of them dudes in Ghana have blown up records. I ain't gonna lie to you. He's ranked number 1 in Ghana. He's ranked number 96 in the world. His record is 30-3. He has 22 knockouts out of them 30 wins. So that's a high knockout ratio. But every time he's lost, he's gotten knocked out. He's gotten knocked out by Charles Hatley. He's gotten knocked out by somebody by the name of Juan Ruiz. and Kevin Bezier. You know what I'm saying? If you look back on this man's career, though, he didn't fight anybody with a single win on their record until his fourth fight, and that man was 6-5. He's rattled off. Okay, let's do this interesting statistic right here. Frederick Lawson has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So out of the 12 wins that Frederick Lawson has, his opponents have had 0 wins. 0 wins. This is what I mean. When y'all really look at these guys' box record, don't look at the record and think like, yo, this is actually a good fighter. Look at the people that they fought. It doesn't necessarily mean that they aren't the real deal, but what it does mean is that their record is extremely padded. There's people with padded records who end up actually being really good. You know what I mean? They just was protected early on. You know what I mean? But 12 out of your 30 wins were against guys who had 0 wins, losing records, 0 wins. So take 12 divided by 30, 12. I'm trying to see a percentage here. 12 for 30, that's 6 out of 15. Man, that's a bad jump. 3 divided by 3. I'm sorry, the math ain't mathing in my head right now, but it's at a catch weight at 156. Okay. I actually didn't know that. What's going on with Golden Boy in these like hidden and these hidden fucking catch weights? You know what I mean? Remember with Ryan Garcia, nobody knew that he was fighting at a catch weight, and then he just all of a sudden weighed in and everybody thought he was overweight. And then his opponent came in around the same weight. So they was like, yo, what's going on? It's a lot of hidden catch weights going on. I don't know what's going on with that. But yeah, man. Yeah. Let's see. So that means 40% of this man's wins are against guys who had 0 victories, guys with losing records. Every time he lost to guys who got knocked out. I mean, he's got knocked out at every loss he's had. Let me see what. No disrespect to Charles Hadley, but Charles Hadley ain't been the same since Jermell Charlo knocked him out. You letting Charles Hadley just stop you? Yeah. So they'll be fighting this week, January 6th. You know what I mean? So looking forward to seeing how Vergil Ortiz looks at 154 pounds. Because if y'all remember when Vergil Ortiz first started coming around, he was fighting at 140. Do y'all remember that? Do y'all remember when Vergil Ortiz was fighting at 140 pounds? Then he moved up to 47. I'm like, oh, shit. He about to get these dudes smoke at 47. He actually a pretty good fighter. Now he can't make 47. So now he at 54. So I'm wondering, is this dude just growing like exponentially to the point where he just, because he is a young dude, you know what I'm saying? So is he just growing out of weight classes? Or is it like he just, like his health isn't able, his body isn't able to take them type of weight cuts? Like, it's interesting. I really would like to know, you know what I mean, exactly what the situation is with him. You know what I mean? But yeah, so he's fighting January 6th. I'm looking forward to seeing how he does. Based off of what I'm seeing on his record, man, this might be a doozy for Vergil. You know what I mean? Like Vergil Ortiz, extremely aggressive, takes a lot of chances, has really good stamina, bro. His gas tank, his conditioning is top tier. You know what I mean? This dude could throw hard punches for the entire course of the fight until he clips you, and he won't show any signs of fatigue. You know what I'm saying? And I found out exactly why Vergil Ortiz gas tank is on 1,000,000. He spars every day. I was looking at old clips from Vergil back when he was doing interviews with like Ellie Seckbeck and stuff like that. And he said that he would spar every day. Sparring was every single day for Vergil. And I'm like, yo, there's a lot of legends who've done that in the past as well. Like James Toney, he would spar every day, which made a lot of sense as to why James Toney his volume was consistent throughout the course of 12 rounds. Julio Cesar Chavez Sr., he sparred every day. Every day. And that's basically why his gas tank was on 1,000,000 as well. Manny Pacquiao said that he used to do 36 rounds. 36 rounds, and that's why he was able to punch consistently for 12 rounds without being tired. You know what I mean? So it's starting to seem like the best way to condition your body isn't about doing strength and conditioning or having a strength and conditioning coach. Maybe it's just you need to intensify your work at the gym. You know what I mean? Like putting in hard rounds of sparring, putting in them extra rounds of sparring. You know what I mean? Bag drills, shit like that. But that's a totally different discussion. That's just me talking from a coach's aspect. You know what I mean? We got 15 people in the building, man. I appreciate you guys tuning in. Hit the like button ASAP, man. I appreciate that very much. The ghost says James Toney wouldn't even hit a heavy bag or even run. Dude just spar. That's a fact. He said bags don't hit back. So he and sparring was his conditioning, so he didn't feel the need to run. You know what I mean? But I guess some people are the exception to the rule, man. Because traditionally you're supposed to do road work. You know what I mean? You're supposed to hit the bag. You're supposed to hit the double end bag. You're supposed to do all these things. Of course, you got to spar. But like James Toney, he avoided a lot of things. Like Deontay Wilder don't run. From what I heard, he don't run. He would do like little things. Like he said that he used to hang on to like the back of his boat and just pedal. You know what I mean? To really like push his stamina and stuff like that. And Deontay Wilder, he showed that he could go 12 rounds and not look extremely fatigued neither. So I guess different strokes for different folks. You know what I mean? Whatever worked for them might not work for you, but that's what sets them apart from everybody else. You know what I'm saying? Did you see what Chavez Jr. said about his dad? Yeah, that's unfortunate, man. He sound like them kids. I don't really want to get into this, but fuck it, I'm gonna say it. He remind me of like them trust fund babies that had parents that was so devoted in work that they never really got the attention that they needed. Which is why, like, if you ever pay attention, a lot of like these drug addicts, and things of that nature had a pretty comfortable life. You know what I mean? Like they grew up with both parents. They were in a multi-million-dollar home. You know what I mean? And their parents obviously had to maintain their lifestyle, so they were constantly on the road, constantly working. You know what I mean? Constantly away, and these kids essentially had to raise themselves. You know what I mean? Which is why they say that there's you could get money back, but you can't get time back. And I think that I don't know exactly how Chavez Jr. childhood was, but I can imagine with his father being like one of the most popular people in his country of Mexico. I'm sure that he wasn't spending as much time with his son as needed. You know what I'm saying? I'm not cooking Chavez Jr. at all, go. I'm really not. I'm really speaking from a serious aspect. A lot of these kids that grew up with like successful parents or just grew up in like an upper middle class or maybe top tier, like, you know what I'm saying? Like upper class. I don't know what you call them. Just the rich people. He grew up rich. You know what I'm saying? And that's the thing, though. A lot of these people, the reason why they're so rich is because they devote a lot of time to their craft. And obviously, you only have so much time in a day. So if you put in too much into one area, you're gonna lack in another. And I think a lot of these parents spend so much time working that they don't really sit down and really take the time to show love to their kids. I think a lot of them don't really take the time to spend time with their kids because the whole time they just thinking about work, thinking about work, thinking about work. Um, and I think Chavez Jr. grew up in that type of situation, man. I think that he didn't really have the father that he was looking for, because his father was never around. It's like his dad gave him so much to the Mexican people that he never really sat down and gave himself to his son. You know what I mean? That's why they say. That's why they say. Like, you know what I'm saying, the money could wait. You know what I'm saying? Because you don't have your kids for that long, man. My son is 6 months old. I understand that eventually he's gonna grow up to live his own life, and just hearing that, just thinking about that, like, it scares me, bro. Because once your kid hits 18, 19, 20, they're not really spending as much time with you as you would like them to. You know what I mean? I know I had to branch out and do my own thing, and I used to be with my mom every day, and then eventually I started living my own life, and you know what I mean? I was at a relationship at the time that I had my son, so I had to spend time creating my own family. You know what I mean? I don't even know where I was going with all that, but regardless, like, um, you got a small time frame as a parent to really make an impact on your kid. And maybe Chavez Sr. wasn't around like how he was supposed to. I'm not saying he a bum father or anything like that, but maybe he mismanaged his time, and that took a toll on Chavez Jr., bro. You know what I mean? I notice a lot of these rich kids um often have like some type of emotional damage, or have um you know what I mean, going through some terrible things. Like, there was a not to get too graphic, there was this kid that he was there was this kid that recently he had gunned down a SEPTA police officer in Philadelphia not too long ago. And he was a Caucasian kid or whatever. And he wasn't even from Philadelphia. He was from the outskirts. He probably was like an hour away from the city. And he grew up in a $1.2 million home. You know what I'm saying? Grew up in a $1.2 million home. This man had ATVs. He had acres of land and fire pits, and bro, he had like his own, like, he had everything made. But for some reason, this kid went on like a rampage where he was robbing people, breaking into people's cars, and all types of stuff. The cop approached him, chased him down. They ended up getting into a tussle or whatever. He takes the cop's gun and guns him down. You know what I mean? Now you tell me that kid had a great life, right? I mean, he had a comfortable lifestyle. But what do you think honestly happened with him where he just wasn't happy with his circumstances? He had money, but we all know that money don't make you happy. You know what I'm saying? With that being considered, it's like, is money really the answer for everything? No, not at all. You know what I mean? And that's just what it is. That's why I was thankful that um I grew up in a lower middle class area. I wouldn't say we was middle class. I wouldn't say we was upper middle class. We was lower middle class family. You know what I mean? We wasn't all about money or anything like that. Everything I needed, I had though. And we always we always prioritize family over the dollar signs. You know what I mean? Like, I don't think there's any dollar sign that could make me miss my son's birthday. I don't think there's any amount of money that'll make me miss the birth of my son. You know what I'm saying? They had offered me. There was this boxing company that had offered me. I'm gonna just say the number. They offered me $50,000 for a 6 month deal, but throughout that time, I would be away consistently, and my son's due date was coming up, and with me understanding that and me not being there, me contemplating that, 'cause I took it into consideration. You know what I mean? Then I started really looking over things. Am I really gonna miss the birth of my son for $50,000? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. I turned down that $50,000 um without much thought, man. Because not all money, good money. You see what I'm saying? I know people gonna think I'm crazy for that, but there's some memories that There's some memories that you should never. Uh, there's things in life that you should never run from. There's certain memories that you need to experience throughout life. And with having my first son, there was nothing in this world that was going to stop me from, you know what I mean, seeing his birth. You know what I mean? There's nothing. You couldn't put a dollar sign on it. They could have offered me six figures. There was no way I was going to miss my son's birth. That's just me, though. Yeah, Shay says some things are priceless. That's exactly what I'm getting at. Thank you. You said that way better than I did. You know what I mean? But yeah, to answer that long question, man, I'm sorry, Anonymous. Did you see what Chavez Jr. said about his dad? Yeah, I did. And he may have some truth to his story. You know what I mean? He might have some truth to his story. Um, but then he could also be looked at as like a spoiled. Maybe that's not the case. Maybe Chavez was there for his kids, and his kids didn't really appreciate him. You know what I mean? When you given everything, you never have to work for anything. There's a lot of entitlement that people may develop throughout the course of time, throughout that course in time. You know what I'm saying? So it could easily be that. I don't know what the situation is, but I do notice a pattern with these kids that although they grew up with money and they're as comfortable as possible, they missing something. And that's that love and attention that parents are supposed to give their kids. You know what I'm saying? I know I made the right choice, Chris. Like I don't regret it at all. I would have turned that deal down a million times over. Nothing would have stopped me from, and there's nothing that, and you know why I respect Terrence Crawford, bro. I know a lot of y'all don't mess with Terrence Crawford and shit like that. But I'm gonna tell y'all this: Terrence Crawford will be in the middle of training camp, and if his daughter had a recital or something, he don't care what it is. His sons can have a basketball game. His daughter can have a recital. His son could be receiving an award for perfect attendance. That boy flying out, he's there for his kids. You gotta respect that, bro. He's not missing a single moment of any important event that's happening in his kid's life, and they gonna thank him for it. I mean, you gotta respect shit like that, bro. I would never miss any of my son's things. I don't care how bad terms me and his mom on. That's cool. We could fight later, but I'm never missing out on anything my kid got going on. That's a fact. You know what I mean? I don't care if it's graduation. I don't care. I see like little preschools be having like proms now, bro. I don't care. Or preschools be having their own little graduations. I'm not missing that for the world. I don't care if my son want to play hockey, lacrosse, basketball, soccer. I don't care what it is. It don't even have to be boxing. I would never miss a single event. None of that. It's just not happening. That's just what it is. You know what I'm saying? Jordan Sarah says, I remember Fury saying he was in camp when one of his kids was born, so he barely had any time with them. Triple G had a similar situation where he spoke about he was in camp and his wife gave birth to his son and he wasn't there. But he was like, oh, and when they asked him about it, he was like, oh, sacrifice, like boxing comes first, and then I'm doing this to take care of my kids. So I understand that perspective as well. You know what I mean? I understand that perspective as well. But me, just me, there's nothing that's going. I feel like if I would have missed that, it will haunt me. Anything important in my son's life that I'm not there to witness, it will haunt me. It would definitely like fuck with me. You know what I'm saying? So, nah. Everybody different though. Some people aren't as attached to their kids as others, man. Like, I don't know, man. I don't know. Everybody different though. When's the TL versus Jamaine fight? Slime and Chris already answered your question, my brother. February 8th. Let's get to that, man. We wasn't even talking boxing for a little bit. Crawford is a family man for sure. Still lives humble. That's a fact. That's a fact. You know what I mean? So, uh, so the GOAT says, this is actually a good question right here because I've seen people commenting that I seen people putting cherry emojis on their top rank page. He says, "Do y'all believe it's another cherry pick?" I don't think it's a cherry pick at all. You know what I mean? I don't think it's a cherry pick at all. I think that this is actually gonna be a pretty good fight. You know what I mean? Like Jamaine Ortiz, he didn't have it easy coming up in his career. I could show you his box rec, and y'all could see that he never really ducked any type of smoke, man. Like he really took them challenges early in his career and beat some solid guys. You know what I mean? Like he beat some solid guys. His record is 17-1 with one draw. You know what I'm saying? Looking at his box rec right now, I'm not showing y'all, but just to give y'all an insight on this man's career, he fought 2 undefeated fighters in his first 4 fights. So that speaks volumes in itself. You know what I mean? A lot of these dudes, they taking the easy route up to the top, man. They fighting guys with losing records and everything of that nature, man. From what I see right here, in his first 4 fights, he took on 2 undefeated fighters that were 2-0. So that lets you know how confident his team was in him. Further down his career, when he was, let's see right here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. When he was 9-0, he fought a 10-0. So early step up fight. He had a step up fight going into his 10th bout. You know what I'm saying? Then he goes on after that. And I had been hearing about him for a while because I had heard him sending fight offers to guys down here in Philly. And prior to that, though, he had fought Joseph Adorno. Now, Joseph Adorno now, at one particular time, he was like a highly touted prospect with top rank and things of that nature. They ended up releasing him or whatever, and then he fought guys like Elvis Rodriguez. He fought Edwin De Los Santos. He's faced some top guys at his weight division. You know what I mean? Jamaine Ortiz ended up getting the draw with him, but if we speaking honestly, I thought that if Jamaine didn't get knocked down in those 2 times during that fight, I thought he would have beat Joseph Adorno convincingly. But you live and you learn. You know what I mean? I be playing with slime about Jamaine and talking about how he not that good and stuff like that. But the reality of the situation is he's a solid fighter. You know what I mean? Then goes on and fights Nair Albright, who is he's from Philly, but he lives out in Jersey right now. And Nair Albright's a solid dude. And for those who's familiar with that name, he fought Keyshawn Davis not too long ago, and he rocked Keyshawn Davis. You know what I'm saying? So it was a fight that Keyshawn won, but it was competitive. Nair Albright is a solid fighter. You know what I mean? So then he goes on to fight Jamel Herring, former world champion that Shakur Stevenson beat for his title. You know what I mean? And from what I see right here, the IBF USBA title was won along with the North American Boxing Federation lightweight title. Now, y'all might not know what those titles are, but those small little titles are the titles that get you ranked in world titles and major sanctioning bodies. You know what I mean? Like the NABF, I believe, is the smaller belt to the IBF. So if you win the NABF title, you will get, and you win that title, or if you even defend it or whatever, now you getting ranked in the world IBF rankings. You know what I mean? So those small belts help you get to your ultimate goal. You know what I'm saying? So he got a former world champion. He got a world champion on his resume that he defeated. You know what I mean? Then he goes on to fight Vasyl Lomachenko, which was a tough competitive fight. The judges, they really had it pretty wide. I think only one judge had the fight close, having it 115, 113. So one judge gave Jamaine 5 rounds against Vasyl Lomachenko. Another one, 117, 111. I think that's too wide. 116, 112. It could be seen that way. It could be seen that way. You know what I'm saying? But regardless, he moves on after that Vasyl Lomachenko fight and then fights Antonio Moran. Now, from what I understand, I think Antonio Moran, was he the one who, let me see real quick. Yeah, he was the one who had got the only man that get put to sleep by Devin Haney, Antonio Moran. You know what I mean? I figured that name was familiar. So, His recent victory is off of Antonio Moran. Got a clear unanimous decision victory. So, I mean, he's come back off of that loss against Vasyl Lomachenko, which really rises the stock in boxing, honestly, because there was a lot of people who was downplaying Jamaine going into that fight. And he made it a lot more competitive than people gave him credit for. Jordan Scherer says, yeah, 13 out of 17 his opponents got winning records. Nice career so far. Yeah, you could tell that he's willing to take chances. You know what I mean? Because with that record that Jamaine got, he has a lot of room to honestly like continue padding his record or just taking fights that are winnable. No, he's stepping up right now. He doesn't even have 20 fights, and he's stepping up to the plate like, yo, who wants smoke? You know what I mean? So you got to respect Jamaine Ortiz for that. He's a game opponent. You know what I mean? But despite me not being the biggest fan of Teofimo Lopez, I got to keep it real with y'all, man. Like Teofimo Lopez has shown that he's been a special fighter for a very long time. You know what I mean? Since the beginning of his career. Teofimo Lopez, he had a great amateur career as well. He's been boxing since he was a baby. And he signed that dotted line with Top Rank and just been putting on some sensational performances since then. I do think that there were some things going on in Teofimo's life, a lot of mishaps, injuries, and just a lot of problems outside of the boxing ring that I could relate to at this current moment. What Teofimo was going through in terms with his child and all that, bro, I'm going through an extremely similar situation. You know what I mean? Not to get too personal on my life or anything like that, but them things could be a real distraction. I think that's why he's had a couple mishaps that he's had in his career. But when Teofimo is really focused, locked in, really, you know what I mean? Focused. Like when he's in his bag, bro, Teofimo is very difficult to beat. Teofimo is extremely explosive, fast, great reflexes, athletic, coordinated. You know what I mean? That's something that a lot of people don't speak on. He's quick, twitch muscles on 1,000, has power in both hands, and he's extremely intelligent as well, man. I don't think you could beat somebody like Vasyl Lomachenko that was pretty much at his peak at the time, just being a dumb fighter or not or lacking knowledge in the boxing ring. Teofimo was actually outboxing Vasyl a good majority of that fight and neutralized Lomachenko's angles. You know what I mean? Whenever Vasyl Lomachenko tried to create an angle, Teofimo neutralized it by beating him there and then firing off a combination to completely neutralize Vasyl Lomachenko's offense. And essentially bullied him the first 7 rounds. You know what I mean? Vasyl probably won a couple at the end. Nah, he ain't break Loma ankles, man. Nah, he cut off them angles though, man. He neutralized Vasyl Lomachenko's angles, and there was points in that fight where Lomachenko looked vulnerable, man. You know what I mean? SM Down H9 says, is Teo versus Ortiz a mega fight that will produce a big payday for both? I wouldn't necessarily call it a mega fight. I think it's a good fight. You know what I mean? Is it the best fight to be made? Absolutely not. Like, there's plenty of fighters that Teofimo could have put ahead of Jamaine and would have made more noise. Like, if he were to fight somebody like Hitchens, I think that would have made a lot more noise than Jamaine Ortiz. I think that if he were to fight somebody like made a unification fight with any one of the champions, that would have made a lot more noise than Jamaine Ortiz. So it's a solid fight. You know what I mean? I'm not going to call it a mega fight in terms of a big payday for both. I'm not even going to necessarily say that because I doubt Bob Arum is cutting the biggest check for this fight. You know what I mean? I don't really think that's going to happen. Bob Arum, cheap as it is, bro, if you really want to make that man cut a nice check, it got to be an extremely meaningful fight. So, yeah, to answer your question, I wouldn't necessarily call it a mega fight. If I was, I'd be lying. It might be a big payday for Jamaine Ortiz in comparison to what he's made at the past, But for Teofimo, this might be just a regular payday. He might be getting around the same money that he made for Josh Taylor. That's just me though. I don't know. You know what I mean? If Teofimo was talking about how boxing don't pay, and that's why he was throwing trash inside the trash truck and stuff like that. But all of a sudden, you know what I'm saying? And a lot of people not really talking about Teofimo saying that he was retired. He was retired after the Josh Taylor fight and don't even disappear for a year. At least when Floyd said he retired, he disappeared for almost like 2 years and then came back. Teofimo, man, he just that dude all over the place, man. Real delusional. You know what I mean? Real delusional. London Music and Grime. He says Josh Taylor was a bigger fight for T.O. I agree with that. There's a lot of people excited for that fight, including myself. I thought Josh Taylor was going to get in his bag, man. I ain't going to lie to you. I thought Josh Taylor was going to really get in that zone. Because if you watch his performances against like Regis Prograis, my favorite performance from Josh Taylor was the Jose Ramirez fight. Sensational, man. I think I was really expecting that Josh Taylor to come out the bag, but unfortunately he didn't. You know what I mean? Josh Taylor just been looking off them last couple fights at 40. I don't know if it's the weight cut, just bad preparation. I don't know exactly what the situation is. Or maybe he may be on the decline, man. Like, who knows? Like, a lot of people, there's some fighters that peak early in terms of age and their career. You know what I mean? But Josh Taylor has not looked himself since the Catterall fight. You know what I mean? So I think that version of Josh Taylor that beat Jose Ramirez would have gave Teofimo gas. I ain't gonna lie to you. But that just wasn't the one who showed up. So Teofimo stomped him. Shout out to Chris with the $2 super chat. He says, I'll figure out what Teo's saying on your story. Oh man, you know what? Let me see if I can upload that on here. Nah, it's gonna make me turn it into an MP4. I don't got time to be doing all that video converting and all that. As a matter of fact, I can just pull it up. I can show y'all right here. I can show y'all right here on my camera. I'm not using my phone for live no more. Yo, so check this out. Do y'all remember this press conference with Teofimo with Josh Taylor where he said this quote and he literally swore that he was saying something. Now, like I said on my story, I will cash app anybody $500 right now if y'all tell me what the hell this shit meant. Check this out.
To know that they could do it too. The only way you can, there's earth, there's man, and in between that, you bring the realization within yourself from the heavens.
Tio, what the fuck you talking about, man?
Champ.
No, he looking around like he confused by people laughing.
To know that they could do it too. The only way you can, there's earth, there's man, and in between that, you bring the realization within yourself from the heavens.
You bring the realization from yourself. Wait, what? Let's run that back one more time. Y'all tell me what the fuck this mean, bro.
To know that they could do it too. The only way you can, there's earth, there's man, and in between that, you bring the realization within yourself from the heavens.
Look at his face. Look at his face. He confused. Like, yo, why they laughing?
Listen, at the end of it all, man, everybody can laugh, do whatever the fuck they want, but it's just me and him that's fighting.
No, don't do that, dog. You swore you were saying some cool. You thought you were saying some deep shit. Niggas understood that you wasn't saying shit. They laughed at you, and now you mad. Like, bro, who? Yo, some niggas just gotta realize, bro, that they fighters. That's it. Like, you're a fighter for a reason, bro. You can't do nothing else, bro. Like, you're not as intelligent as you think you are. You intelligent in the ring. You're not intelligent outside of it. You know what I'm saying? Like, what is you talking about? He could do all things through Christ who strengthens him. Bro, cut it out, Ree. Cut it out. You know that's not what he was saying, bro. Do y'all need me to run this back one more time?
To do it. To know that they could do it too. The only way you can, there's earth, there's man, and in between that, you bring the realization within yourself from the heavens.
You bring the realization. Hold on. You bring the realization
within yourself.
You bring the realization within yourself from the heavens.
Station.
Ain't nobody give me a logical explanation yet. It really don't make sense. This like that nigga be talking in cursive, bro. I don't be understanding nothing this nigga be talking about, bro. And he be frustrating me because he be swearing that y'all never be around people that swear they smart and like the more they talk. Yo, I've dealt with women like this. Let me tell y'all something. I've dealt with women like I've literally sat down with women that I thought had potential at one point, and then you talk to them more and more, and the more you talk to them, the more you realize that they're idiots, or they just not that smart, or they not as smart as they believe they are. There's people that there's a lot of people in this world that run their mouth, run their mouth, run their mouth, and they want to give you the perception that they're actually intelligent, but what they're doing is showing how dumb they really are. And usually, and they know within themselves that they're not that intelligent. That's why they do all this overcompensating. Because usually, the most intelligent people are the ones that stick to themselves. They're the ones who keep opinions to themselves. They're the ones who just keep things to themselves in general. But you always see the ones who's talking loud and um, trying to prove how intelligent they are and always trying to debate somebody. It's like, bro, do you not, bro? Trust me, we know that you're not really saying shit. Teofimo, one of them dudes. He one of them fake deep dudes, man. Like he one of them type dudes that's like, in order to receive happiness, in order to receive happiness, you have to dive within the realms of prosperity. And once you dip into prosperity, then God is going to reach his hand out and you'll reach the ultimate glory. I know some of y'all just heard that and was like, yo, what the fuck this nigga just said? Like, is he all right? There's somebody in the comments that said, yo, is Mark all right? Like, what did that? Bro, that's exactly how I look at Teofimo when he be talking. Like, Teo act like he really be saying something. Like, he really be saying something. Yo, y'all talk, y'all over here incriminating yourselves, man. Y'all need to chill out. don't be yo slime, don't be telling people Teo Senior Yayo plug, man. Anyone remember Teo when he said he was gonna hold Haney's as a comeback when he pulled up on him during his interview? No, I don't remember that. But that's wild. That's wild. I remember him talking about Tank. He was like, "Oh, you such a, you know what I mean, saying the P word." And he was like, with your D sucking lips." I'm like, bro, what is you like? What? What? That's like insane, bro. Like, what are you talking about? Why is that your focus? Your focus is not fighting this man, but you over here looking at his lips and visualizing a man's private parts. That's crazy to me. Like, I don't know who raised. I don't know what's going on with T. I don't know what type time he on. He a nasty young bull, man. T.O. a nasty young bull. You know what I'm saying? He a nasty young bull for sure. I don't know what make him look at Tank little weird looking ass and I mean think about private parts, but you know it is what it is. Yeah, there's some like T.O. is an intelligent fighter inside the ring. That's his niche. Like that's where his brain is uh using the most of its ability. That's when his brain is really clicking on all cylinders when he's in the ring. You know what I'm saying? When he's outside of it and he's not throwing hands, bro. His brain is like a McDonald's like ice cream machine or some shit. That shit don't work. You know what I'm saying? That shit down every other day. And come on, that boy, that boy brain work like that ice cream machine at McDonald's for sure. Yo, Chris, I don't know if y'all really think I'm serious about the money. It's obviously like a joke. Like the whole point is he did not make any sense, and I don't think there's anybody on this planet that would make sense to instead of Teofimo Lopez. I think that statement only makes sense to Teofimo Lopez, and that was my whole point of the situation. That's it. You can't interpret it. There's not like the Zodiac killer when he had like a little John, he had a little code and you had to decipher it. And, bro, this ain't that, bro. He clearly said that. Everybody got question marks running through their brain right now. Don't nobody know what he talking about. It is what it is. Like it's okay if you don't understand, bro. You're not supposed to understand. That only makes sense in T.O.'s mind. You know what I'm saying? T.O. dead. No, T.O. dead. He just, you know what I mean? He be that boy be on that yayo. You know what I'm saying? There's plenty of people like T.O. dead out here. You know what I'm saying? If I was to yell out my door and be like, yo, samples, Teofimo pop up, he'll find a way over here. He will hear that shit all the way from Vegas and and run over here from Vegas to North Philly if he hear that. If he hears samples anywhere, he gonna run to it. He gonna run to it. He gonna run from the west to the east coast. No plane. You know what I'm saying? No plane. He gonna find a way over here. You know what I'm saying? He gonna find that 95 and he gonna come up to Philly. That's all you gotta do. There's a lot of people like T.O. Senior, bro. He be on that yayo, bro. Like I said, I yell samples out here. He gonna, you know what I'm saying? He gonna stop, drop, and roll over this motherfucker. That's just what it is. You know what I'm saying? That boy Usain Bolt out here. I mean, that's a fact. But yeah. He like that fish scale, man. Yo, I gotta show y'all this. Do y'all remember when Angel Garcia was talking crazy to Oscar De La Hoya? He was like, "Yo, this is." He said, "Oscar, I got two words for you: fish scale. Hit me up on the low, Oscar." Yo, that had to be one of the funniest moments, bro. This is what I'm about to tell T.O. Senior. I wish he was on social media like how Bill Haney do, cause for real, I would send this to him. Let me see if I can find it. Angel Garcia, Oscar De La Hoya. Let me see if I can find that, John. This was one of the funniest videos in boxing. Let me see. There you go. I think that he was calling him cherry. I think Oscar De La Hoya called Danny Garcia a cherry picker. Do y'all remember at that time where whenever Danny posted on Instagram, they'll put like cherry emojis on his page? I think Oscar De La Hoya did that, and this was Angel Garcia's response.
I was looking through my Instagram, my page, and I find Oscar De La Hoya post cherries on the champion of the world, Danny Garcia. But this is what I got for Oscar. I got fish scale. Hit me up on the low, Oscar on the deep. Thank you.
Yo, where did he get a scale from? That was like you know what I'm saying? That was like one of them official Johns that weigh that shit down to the ounce. Now you tell me, I would have a lot of questions after that. Where did Angel get that scale from? Hilarious, bro. Hilarious, bro. Shout out to what's this? Fight Hub TV for this? No, this is IFL TV. Shout out to IFL for this, bro, because I was having trouble finding it. But let's watch this one more time.
I was looking through my Instagram, my page, and I find Oscar De La Hoya post cherries on the champion of the world, Danny Garcia. But this is what I got for Oscar. I got fish scale. Hit me up on the low, Oscar on the deep. Thank you.
I bet you do got fish scale, Angel. I bet you do got fish scale, and I don't think you got it to sell it, my brother. I ain't gonna lie to you. But that sound like the perfect person Oscar need to hit up, bro. Y'all definitely need to link up for sure. I think y'all could get along real well. You know what I'm saying? But I don't even know how I got there. But yeah, he be they be messing with that yayo, man. He T.O. Senior, he in love with the Coco. You know what I'm saying? What's that, John? I'm in love with the Coco. No, that's T.O. Senior shit. Especially after he get a cut of Teofimo Junior check. Ooh wee. Ooh wee. I don't know once he get that percentage. Oh man. It's a wrap. He gonna run off with that check. Like Sha'Carri Richardson. For sure. You on that Coco for sure. I like, damn, Mark, why you talking about like that? He from Philly. I'm around. That's all I know. I've been at Danny Gym before. It is what it is. Yeah, I remember Southpaw said that, bro. I was crying, bro. He said Keyshawn is the type to scratch his face and smell his fingers. Bro, that had to be one of the funniest Jones ever. That had to be one of the funniest things Southpaw ever said. That shit was hilarious, bro. Keyshawn do look like he musty though. I ain't gonna lie to you. Keyshawn look like he wear Fruit of the Loom drawers. And like that yeah, Keyshawn, yeah. Let me chill out on Keyshawn. Keyshawn said he gonna keep smoking though. He don't care. Nah, it ain't the dreads. I don't associate dreadheads with being dirty. You know what I'm saying? That's like low key, like, you know what I'm saying? That's the R word right there. I don't associate dreads with being dirty. But Keyshawn do look like a musty dude though. Keyshawn look like he jumped in the tub. And that shit come out looking, he come out there drawing water look like motor oil. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. He dirty. Keyshawn dirty for sure. If I ever meet Keyshawn, I'm probably gonna take like a little alcohol pad and swipe his neck real quick. You know what I'm saying? A little quick joint. Look back at that. I'm gonna look at that motherfucking alcohol pad. That shit gonna look like Akon. I'm like, ooh, wee. Dirty ass. Say no, let me stop playing with this man, dog. Let me stop playing with this man before he pull up on me. And then I'm gonna have to, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna have to get in my Khabib bag and you know what I'm saying? I remember that. George Sharon says, I remember someone on Southpaw Live said Keyshawn smell like Dookie. Oh my God. Yeah. You swipe that alcohol. You know what I'm saying? You know how you ever like take like an alcohol pad, you know what I'm saying? You clean yourself up or whatever. You ever rub like an alcohol pad on your face and you know what I mean? You're like, oh shit, your face dirty like that? The fuck? Yeah, bro. You rub that shit on Keyshawn neck. Look at that joint. That shit gonna look like Akon. Yeah. Shit gonna look like Whoopi Goldberg. All them niggas. You know what I'm saying? Keyshawn look like he related to Flavor Flav or some shit. For sure. Chris with the $5 super chat. Shout out to the homie. He said Keyshawn pee in the bath. He be wearing Axe spray and speed stick. He be violating the PA skill. He got the he got the green stink steam. That's hilarious. The green stink steam. That's the fucking bed right there. Keyshawn look like he brushed his teeth with WD-40. Oh my God. Yo, that's crazy. Yo. Oh my God. That's the fucking bid, bro. Yo, saying that Keyshawn got the green stink steam, that's fucking hilarious, bro. That is fucking hilarious. I want to say a lot about Keyshawn, but I know I'm gonna end up running into him. He fuck around recognize me because yo, for real, these boxers be watching, bro. They be watching. I know for a fact. You know what I'm saying? I remember one of them he about to fight for a world title. He walked into my gym. He was like, "Yo, you got a YouTube channel, right?" He was like, "Yeah, you be popping up on my home screen." And I'm like, "Oh shit." You know what I'm saying? So if that's just popping up on his, I can imagine other boxers just seeing, you know what I'm saying, or they type their name and my video come up. Keyshawn need a health inspector. Yeah. Yeah, bro. Bad John. Bad John, bro. Mm-mm-mm. Yeah, we know Blair Cosby lurking for sure. Um, on Monday, I'm gonna have an interview with Jahira Gonzalez, Joette Gonzalez's sister. You know what I mean? The first person to qualify for the 2024 Olympics. You know what I mean? She's officially an Olympian. I reached out to her. We got to talking a little bit. She's gonna be on the platform Monday night. You know what I mean? So we definitely gonna chop it up. We gonna have a good interview on Monday though. You know what I mean? So yo, Shay, Keyshawn not going. He said Keyshawn not gonna let it slide. Listen, don't get it fucked up. He he not he not he not doing anything to me, bro. Keep it a buck, like you know what I'm saying. That shit not gonna work out. I'm telling you. He gonna think we gonna box. That shit not gonna go well. You know what I mean? Oh, y'all crazy, bro. Yo, don't. Nah, y'all talking crazy. Yeah, but Jahira Gonzalez, though, she gonna be on the platform Monday. We gonna chop it up, bro. We gonna chop it up. We definitely gonna get to talking. So, you know what I mean? We definitely gonna have some content ready for y'all. So that's what I'm doing for the nation. That's what I'm doing for the mob. You feel me? So if y'all got any like sensible questions, you know what I'm saying? We gonna chop it up for sure. Nah, like if Keyshawn were to act like he gonna run up on me, bro, that shit not gonna go well. I'm telling you. I mean, that shit not gonna go well. Shay said I'm going double leg him. Right? Yo, is that a pause? Is that a pause? Let me know. Is that a pause, Bree? Let me know. Keyshawn. He said, Oh, I mean, the ghost said pause though. That's funny as hell. That's funny as hell. Yeah, bro. Keyshawn look like I'm about to see. I'm about to hit somebody up that fought Keyshawn. I'm like, yo, do he stink in the ring? Like, yo, bro, I've heard of fighters. I heard of pro fighters openly admitting that they would not wash their ass for like 2 days before the fight, so they could smell bad, like purposely to get on their opponent's nerves. When I used to wrestle, there was kids that wouldn't bathe before a wrestling match so they could bother their opponents. You know what I'm saying? Keyshawn looked like he'll do that. Keyshawn looked like the nigga who sell bagels on iCarly, bro. I'll keep it a buck. I think that nigga named Tebow. Yeah, he like the nigga that be having that stick with the bagels on him. Want some bagels? Well, Keyshawn out here wilding this shit. Yo, Sean Terrence, you a wild dude for that. I ain't even gonna put that on the screen. Yeah, this joint not getting monetized. We call those dirty tactics. I mean, yeah, that's exactly what it. Dirty, emphasis on dirty. Yiga probably don't even remember. He probably don't even remember that fight. For real, for real. Mm-hmm. Dirty, yeah. Emphasis on dirty. Yeah. Dirty tactics, yeah, there ain't no doubt. Keyshawn gloves for real stink. Yeah, Keyshawn look like the type nigga who yeah, I mean he never washes wraps. Duffel bag got flies in it. You know what I'm saying? He opened the bag up and that shit draw. You know what I'm saying? You know you dirty when your sweat attract flies. You know what I mean? Because usually shit attract flies. If your sweat attract flies, yeah, you a dirty boy. Mm-hmm. Keyshawn look like the nigga who never mind. What job? I'm doing too much. I need to chill. I'm gonna stop, man. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. We dragging it now. Let me chill out. Keyshawn a hell of a fighter, bro. Keyshawn a hell of a fighter. Now I'm gonna tell you this though. Okay. Okay, so we got somebody new on the channel. I don't know how to pronounce your name, my brother, but it sounds like you got an Asian name. Myth Randir. Myth Randir. Hello. Just discovered your channel. I like your work, but think Inouye is way better than y'all give him credit. So who's y'all? Because you started off with talking about me. So are you talking about me? Or are you talking? I'm assuming you watched the pound for pound video. Is that what you're referring to, my brother? Yo, Chris, I appreciate the super chat, but I'm not reading that, my brother. Okay, that's exactly what you're referring to. So what's your problem with the list? Because I believe I had Inouye number 2. So what's what you wanted him to be number 1? Wasn't he number 2? Let's see. I got the notes right here. I ranked Nayu and Inouye number 2. So, not beefing with the list. Okay, so what you referring to then? I had him ranked number 2. So how am I not giving him credit? So what's your point? Yeah, I mean, we got time, bro. We spoke. Ain't nothing really interesting to talk about on live right now. So it's like we might as well give you a little bit of attention. So what's the problem? That list was extremely stressful, Jordan. I knew it was gonna be difficult, but I didn't think it would be like that. I didn't think that it was gonna be that difficult dealing with all different types of opinions, and then I mean, like since I rock with y'all, you know what I'm saying? I'm trying to make sure that I'm being as fair and as objective as possible and try to understand everybody's perspective. And I ain't gonna lie, after a while, I started getting a little bit overwhelmed. I'm like, damn. Just think he is better than anyone in 122 and 126. Sorry, not talking smack. No, I wasn't even like insinuating that you was talking crazy. Now better than anyone at 122, absolutely. 26, I think he's very capable of conquering 26 as well. Because I think that Steve Ford gonna be at 126 now, and I think it's very possible that he's gonna win a world title at 126. I ain't gonna lie to you. Now, I do think the higher that he moves up in weight, the more dangerous it's gonna be for Inouye. I think that's honestly his biggest threat right now is just moving up in weight. But as far as I'm concerned, he said after the fight that he's not leaving 122 anytime soon. He just getting his feet wet in the division. He already became undisputed champion. That's his 4th weight class. So I'm sure he's going to want to take on other challenges. The dude MJ called him out. Luis Neri is interested in that fight. So he might have some good opponents in his foreseeable future. You know what I mean? But I do think that Inouye's biggest threat right now is the the guys in the higher divisions. You know what I'm saying? That's what I think right now. Because I think at 122, I think he's the best 122 in the world. And that's just facts in my eyes. You know what I mean? So shout out to NUA though. You know what I mean? At one particular time, I was real iffy about him. I felt like he was unproven, and I couldn't really recall anybody he's ever faced. But then the Donito Donaire fight, I was like, okay, he showed some skill there. You know what I mean? But I wasn't giving him the full credit because Donito Donaire was in his 40s. You know what I mean? But then after NUA beat Donaire, he came back and became world champion. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, damn, so if he came back and became world champion, now the GOAT has a he says NUA ain't all that. That's not what I'm necessarily saying, but what I am saying is that he's better than what I thought he was. You know what I'm saying? He's better than I thought he was. That's all I'm saying. I thought Fulton was going to defeat him. I thought Fulton was going to go to Japan and defeat NUA. I'm not going to lie to you. I was very confident in that. But yo, he just everything that I believed in, he destroyed. He destroyed. You know what I mean? Let me see. Like Bruce Carrington is great and calling him out, and maybe he could beat him, but not yet. Bruce Carrington is on the come up right now, man. He's still in his prospect stage. That's just him being a young, hungry lion that just want to prove that how good he is. He's extremely confident right now, but he got some work to do. He got some work to do before we can start taking that fight into consideration. But that might be something that will be presented to him in the near future. Who knows? You know what I mean? And I think by the time Carrington really gets off the ground and really starts taking off in boxing, I think NUA will be a little bit older. You know what I mean? How old is NUA? Is he like 32? Let's see how old he is. NUA age. He's 30 years old. He's 30 years old. So let's say he should still be in some decent shape. You know what I mean? It says April 10th, 1993. So he's about to be 31. He's about to be 31. So 3 years down the line, NUA should still be in decent shape. Should be pretty much still at his peak. So Bruce Carrington, he should be ready around that time frame. Honestly, if he's moving correctly, hopefully nothing holds back his career or anything like that. And that'll be a great fight. Oh man. Shay says when he beat Fulton, that's when I started believing. Yeah, that's when I was like, okay. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay. And it was the fashion that he did it too. It was the fashion that he did it, man. Like the jab was phenomenal. The hand speed was phenomenal. How explosive he was, how accurate he was, how he controlled every aspect of the fight, man. Like NUA showed intelligence in there. He showed hand speed. He showed accuracy. He showed ring generalship. Like it was insane, bro. Like that performance, when you really watch that, it was like he really he made Fulton look like he wasn't a unified champion. Like he really made him look like that. He made him look like he was an average fighter, and Fulton's not an average fighter. Fulton is a phenomenal fighter. I'm telling you, he's like that, bro. Fulton been popping in Philly for years, bro. I've been hearing about him for years. So to see him get beat like that, it was like, bro, it takes somebody special to beat somebody like Fulton in that kind of fashion. That's all I'm gonna really say about that, man. How does everyone here think Brandon Figueroa does at 126? Now, I'm gonna tell you this. Brandon Figueroa, tall, high volume puncher, aggressive, relentless, and extremely durable, right? He don't mind getting hit. He's not afraid. If NUA is not able to hurt that man, he may be in trouble. he may be in trouble. Now, the problem with Figueroa that may play into Inouye's hands is that he's extremely reckless and he gets hit. So that presents a lot of opportunities for Inoue to hurt him. You know what I'm saying? But if he steps on the gas and Inoue isn't able to deal with that volume, or he's not able to earn Figueroa's respect to possibly spark him, he's gonna be in trouble, bro. He's gonna be in a lot of trouble. Yo, y'all need to stop this, man. Drink the Japanese water, breathe the Japanese air. Y'all hilarious, bro. Y'all really ran with that shit Southpaw was saying. That shit was funny when he said it too. All right, Chris, I appreciate you sending them super chats, my brother. Thank you very much. You know what I mean? Shout out to you, man. You really carried the live with the super chats. I appreciate you supporting the channel. You have a great night. Figueroa is decent, but he's very one-dimensional. I mean, that's true. That's valid. But sometimes you only need one. That one dimension could give somebody a long night. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's fighters that have been one-dimensional, and their opponents will know that, and it will still be a tough fight. Sometimes one dimension is all you need to defeat a fighter. Sometimes that style could give somebody who has multiple dimensions a lot of problems. You know what I mean? So being one-dimensional can be looked at as a negative thing, but that one dimension could be the reason why you win a fight at the end of the day. You may just so happen to have that formula to beat that kind of fighter. And like I said, Inoue is going to have a lot of opportunities to punish that man. He's going to have a lot of opportunities to possibly hurt Figueroa because he's so reckless and he's not really responsible defensively. But if Inoue isn't able to hurt that man, he's going to be in trouble. He's going to be in trouble. I promise you that. That's going to be a tough fight. The size advantage, the output, the pressure. He's not going to allow Inoue to breathe at all. And Inoue is accustomed to hitting guys and getting their respect throughout the course of a fight. You know what I'm saying? He's used to that. Now, what's going to happen when Inoue hits somebody with everything he got and they not budging? Brandon Figueroa is that Terminator, search and destroy type of fighter. You know what I mean? He got some Margarito in him. Brandon Figueroa got that Margarito in him. You know what I mean? That search and destroy. You know what I mean? Take two punches to land one type mentality. He'll do anything he can to win a fight, even if that's hurting himself. You know what I mean? Yeah, that is the question. Can Inoue hurt him? Because if Inoue could hurt him, he could beat him. But if he can't hurt him, it's going to be tough to beat him. It's going to be tough to beat him. Inoue is also technical. Inoue has a weight limit, but besides his power, he has great technical skill. Yeah, I see what you see. I see what you see. I'm just talking about stylistically what Brandon Figueroa presents, regardless of his technical skill or anything like that. We know he's more skilled than Brandon Figueroa. It's just what Brandon Figueroa dishes out. Can Inoue deal with that? Can he deal with that? That's all. You know what I mean? He said, true, I liked when Figueroa stopped Luis Neri. He completely destroyed Luis Neri. He folded him with a body shot. Just destroyed him. You know what I mean? Yo, Lorenzo, what up? What's going on, man? I'm just kicking it. You know what I mean? It's a week until my birthday. You know what I mean? I'm really anticipating that. I'm going to have my son for the weekend. January 11th, by the way. I might go live on my birthday. I don't know. Anyway, in and out style is solid. Yeah, that was real impressive to me in that Stephen Fulton performance as well. Inoue has trouble fighting going backwards. Figueroa don't like to take a step backwards neither. So that's going to be, if they were to fight, that'll be a hell of a matchup, man. Stylistically, that would be a war. He the type of fighter that love pain. That might be true. What they call him, the heartbreak kid on some Shawn Michaels shit? Yeah. Yeah. You know what I mean? But all right, y'all. I think that's my live for the day, man. You know what I mean? Definitely got off topic, had a little bit of fun, had a little bit of boxing talk, you know what I mean? But we knocked both topics out. You know what I'm saying? So that's my hour for the day, y'all. I appreciate everybody that was tuned in. You know what I mean? If y'all new, please subscribe to the channel. We got 23 people in the building. I really appreciate you guys tuning in. You know what I mean? But until then, this is Mazuma TV. Thank you very much for tuning in. I'll be back on live tomorrow. You know what I mean? I'll be back on the live tomorrow, man. Until then, y'all have a blessed night. Yeah, go. I've been on here for 1:15, bro. I've been on here for 75 minutes, my brother. You know what I mean? I got other things to take care of, man. I apologize for that. I will have a longer live. Let's say Sunday. You know what I mean? But until then, y'all have a blessed night. I'm out of here, man. Peace.